It's TGI Now time, back again in the K420 studio discussing real authentic truth talk, freedom of speech, and living in the now. Freeing your mind.
One episode at a time.
Shit, we trying.
Boom.
Back at it again.
There we are, live in the house, K420 studio. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, man?
Yes, sir. Got the Thundercat in the house.
Yes, sir.
Good to be back. There he is. Everybody's been clamoring. I had some people sending me messages. Got to Thundercat's coming on. He's like, I'm tuning in.
All right.
I'm tuning in, they said. I was like, I'm gonna watch that one. So welcome everyone to join us tonight. Share, like the show. Give us a like, give us some comments too. What you thought about what's happened in the world. Obviously, a lot's going on with the Epstein drops and then the Super Bowl divide and conquer. two different fucking Super Bowl, whatever you want to call halftime shows. How do you have two halftime shows?
It's become this now.
Yeah,
this is where we're at.
Yeah,
it's divide and conquer. It's separation. Remember, a house divided will not stand.
Exactly.
That's what the Bible says. The Bible says that a house divided will not stand, and that's what they want to do: divide us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't give a fuck who. Even whenever the halftime show came on, that was the time for me to get up, get some popcorn, go get some food, go to the bathroom. Yeah. I never really watched the halftime.
I didn't watch any of it. I didn't watch the game.
But they made such a fuss of it, the media and all this bullshit, such the hype.
Yeah.
That they made people want to watch it.
Yeah, you're right.
It's crazy.
You're right.
That's the media controlling you.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't control me. I didn't give a fuck about it.
Exactly. No, you're right. I mean, that's
100.
That's 100.
I got a text. Somebody sent me a text about it. So what you thought about the halftime show? I said, you thought I watched that?
I know, right?
You thought I was sitting there watching that shit?
I was watching reruns of Law and Order. Get the fuck
Right.
I was watching Benson and Stabler do that
For
thing.
real.
Yeah.
That shit don't matter to me, bro. Because it's straight up nonsense because I know what they're doing. They want to divide us. That's how come they had two halftime shows. I didn't even watch the other one.
No,
I didn't give a fuck about that too.
No.
Because all they wanted, they were a part of it.
Yeah.
They were a part of the divide.
I didn't even know.
You know what I mean? Really, if they didn't give it that much publicity, maybe not that many people would have watched it, would have cared. But if they would, like, you're gonna show a video of that black lady, just turn that shit off.
Yeah, well, it's like I put in the meme. It's engineered outrage. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, but you gotta understand though, a lot of stuff that he was singing, bro, is demonic.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, you have to
Now,
fill
I
us in
speak
on
Spanish,
that. Yeah,
what's happening? I saw a piece of what the things that he was saying, but he was chanting.
That's what I thought.
You understand? And when you chant, coming from that culture, coming from Puerto Rico, like I do, he comes from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Is that there's a lot of santerismo there. And that chanting in Santerismo is demonic.
That's what I thought.
You know what I mean?
That
So
makes sense.
what it does is that he's calling upon spirits.
Yeah.
And a lot of young people were watching the game. You know what I mean? Their families, they go watch the game. That's tradition.
That makes sense. No.
So so all the subliminal messages that he was throwing out that you didn't understand, believe me, your spirit did.
Yeah, that makes
and it
sense.
fed your spirit, and that's what brings that divide, that disgusting shit.
What do you think, the cat?
Well, my first thought goes to the NFL is a business.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm Roger Goodell and I'm in charge of a business and I sit down with, all my members and I say, all right, who's going to do our Super Bowl? And I'm asking this question completely neutral with no political agenda, don't care about the genre of music. Who we got? And they say, Bad Bunny. And I say, don't know. Go around the room. Who knows Bad Bunny? Got 20 people there, 2 people raise their hand. We already have a problem.
Yeah.
Now this isn't a business decision because a business decision tells me next name.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you start the fact that Bad Bunny is not a household name, which is what you got to have for a successful. You got to have a name that.
American household name, at least.
Like a Aerosmith. I mean, when like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre did, everybody knows who that is, whether you like him or not. You know who it is. You know the songs. Here we got a guy that barely anybody knows who he is.
Apparently he's chanting.
Yeah.
Besides that, he's speaking Spanish, so now you've cut it again down to.
I gotta disagree because most of the population doesn't speak English. So a lot of the people that watch football are Spanish people. Hispanics, Spanish, they love watching football. It's the truth. And what happens is that Bad Bunny, I mean, I know Bad Bunny because I'm Hispanic, but also I know Bad Bunny is international.
He's an international star. He's in movies.
He's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, in Spanish.
In Spanish.
He got,
you don't know of his songs.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know of his songs, but I know Bad Bunny.
I know who Bad Bunny is.
I don't listen to his music.
No, I didn't know who he was either. I put a Facebook post that was, "What is a Bad Bunny?" Like I have no idea.
Well, so you gotta like aim at who's watching
what
your,
it was,
your
bro,
product.
Yeah. He did this,
I
remember when they announced, this was probably like right after the Kendrick, I think before Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
But in his performance, they were going to have him do last year's.
Yeah.
And it was like a big outrage because he came out as bisexual.
Yeah.
When he did that put him with the LGBTQ, and the NFL is trying to slide that shit through.
Yeah.
Why not just bring the guy the most popular guy on the planet, right?
bring him on out there.
Bring him on out.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, and I've watched these videos. We can show one of the videos too of the people that in the stands.
They don't know what's going on.
They don't like that.
Because of the language barrier.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's like if we sat in the stadium and someone was singing in Japanese, you're going to be like,
no, I understand that, but let's go back again to the majority of the people that pay tickets and bought, are wanting to see the show and wanting to see the Super Bowl, don't have any idea who this guy is or what he's saying and what he's doing. So to me, it's supposed to be entertainment, but it is not entertainment.
But they knew what they signed on for.
Because he announced it.
He was on the ticket.
No, I know
he
that.
He was on the ticket, and he said,
I know
if you don't speak English, you're not going to understand my show.
I know that, Eddie, but what I'm saying is the NFL is a business too. So you're going to have people that are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to watch a game, but at the same time they want to show a halftime show. You want to show entertainment to your audience, the people that are in the stadium. They're the ones that are supposed to be dancing around, having a good time, enjoying the show. And none of these people are enjoying the show. So what's the purpose of having him be the one that's doing the show if they're not enjoying the show?
How many people fit in the stadium?
It's 60,000 people.
Okay, how many people do you think watch the game?
No, I know. Well, people watch the game.
They're a business.
There's people.
Again, they're a
TV business.
So they're going to go and try to hit the majority crowd. They could care less how much you pay for a ticket.
The TV is what's going to make
That's
them
what I'm
money.
saying.
Well, if they wanted to,
I understand your point because I mean you're a sportsman. You still active in athletics. But what I'm saying though is that you said it's a business. They're looking at not 60,000.
Actually, it's not even a business. It's
they're
entertainment.
looking at 60 million.
It's entertainment.
I think it was close to 1 billion people that watched the fucking
most
show.
Of the games were all.
So how many commercials you think will watch because of that shit?
No, I get it.
Well,
that's a business.
It's all
crazy.
Remember, commercials aren't shown on in the stadium.
No, I know that. Yeah, I understand.
But if you're looking, to get with the Spanish crowd and you want to push an agenda, and you want to push, even if you want to push the gay agenda, then why don't you bring out like a Ricky Martin?
He was there. They brought him out. He actually played it.
Was he playing?
Yeah, he played in it.
Ricky Martin that I did watch it.
Yeah, he was there too. Yeah,
he was on stage.
Yeah, he was there.
What?
Yeah.
Well, if they had played that, they wouldn't know what was wrong.
Picheo contigo, yo me quedo en Palomino. Si no me voy PRD, un saludo a mis vecinos. Aquí el calor es diferente, el sol está ahí, no. La capital del perreo, ahora todos quieren ser latinos, no. Pero le falta sazón, batería y reggaetón. Puerto Rico.
500 private jets was in the air.
Yeah.
Man, Greta Thunberg should have been out there directing traffic.
A little private jet is $2 million. I mean, somebody got stupid ass money. All these motherfuckers got dumb ass money.
Well, why don't you play something, like the Macarena or something where the whole
Macarena.
The whole place can dance and everybody knows the song.
I agree.
But
like you said, they're doing a satanic chant. The guy's doing a satanic chant.
You also have to understand right now. Okay. Even the statement that you just made, right, sounds a little weird. Like, why didn't they play the Macarena for other people to understand? Because the same way they would ask, well, how come you didn't play Old New York? Because that's not the music that's being played today. You see, when they get a performer, they're going to play their hits.
They need
You know, they're not going to play stuff to try to entertain a crowd. They want to put their hits. That's why they were asked to perform, because of their hit songs. And that's what he did.
The goal this year for the NFL was to bring in more viewers. And that's exactly what the fuck they did. They went international.
They went international. It was the most top. It was the toppest. There wasn't a halftime show that was more watched than that one.
Yeah.
And that's all by design.
If you were worried about like what's the hottest artist and this and that, I mean, they've had Aerosmith on there that hasn't had a hit in 20 years.
Absolutely,
but it's people know their songs. It's just about familiarity.
Oh, I agree.
And then we go. So let's jump to the next thing. Let's jump to then. Why did Turning Point USA do their halftime show? So what's the purpose of that? You know,
because to create the vision. It was all part of the plan. Because I don't even agree with
another network did their own shit.
Their own halftime show.
Yeah, they had their own halftime show.
Oh, but they were putting it out there for a while. I mean, I can't think of his name right now. Kid Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, he even talked about Christ and everything. You know, I saw that part of the show.
Yeah.
But they said his shit was trash.
It wasn't as popular as Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
You have to understand, like right now, John, you may not get it. I don't really get it because, but I know who he is and I know how big of a performer he is because he's international. He may not, America is small, bro, compared to the world.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We don't, I mean, we're not everything. You know, there's a lot bigger planet that listens to this guy's music, and Spanish is a language that's most international than any language in the world.
Yeah.
You know, so
I agree.
You have to look at it like that, and that's the point of them doing it to get more viewers.
That's all it was, because they lost a lot of fucking viewers this year.
Well, if I was an advertiser and Turning Point USA pulls tens of millions of people. I'm going to say, well, what the hell's going on? Like, I'm paying huge money for these ads.
Exactly.
And that doesn't look. The other thing is that when they started comparing numbers today of Bad Bunny and Turning Point USA, those numbers, you can't really put them side by side because you got how many people are watching the Super Bowl that just set the TV and let it rip, and whatever plays, exactly. And you're in bars and whatever. You're not going to change the channel, blah blah blah.
Except for that guy.
Except for that one dude. But Turning Point USA, those numbers were people that sought out.
Yeah.
He literally were like, I want to go watch
this. I'm going to watch this halftime show to support.
I don't even watch a regular half. I didn't see Kendrick.
Even watch the game.
Bro, I didn't see Kendrick's performance
they probably didn't watch the game.
Yeah, that's a good point. They probably just watched
all I did was watch that just to support it because I'm a Christian, I'm a patriot, I'm a Republican.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
that's what it's about, and that's what we need to stop.
All right, we got to comment.
I mean, I'm getting ready to fucking turn libertarian. Seriously.
At this point, it really doesn't matter what show.
Yeah, what the fuck?
According to the USA.gov, English was designated as the official language of the United States in an executive order on March 1st, 2025, period. 75% of the USA households speak English. This was a slap in the face to the United States to try and include all American countries, in parentheses, American countries, to push an agenda. We don't go to other countries and host national events in our language. Let's go to Russia or China and try that. I love Turning Point USA show, but let's be honest, that was a moneymaker for them too. It's all a game. Yeah.
It was all about money.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You see,
because why would you do it?
Yeah.
Again.
Thanks, Amber.
Not to dispute what he's saying, but what I'm telling you is that the reason why they put Bad Bunny there was because of the viewers.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
And he's talking about America. 75% of Americans. Yeah. America is this small compared to the world.
Yeah.
Well, that's classic.
And
free market.
Now, mind
right
you,
there.
you yourself said it earlier that football games are being played now overseas.
Oh yeah.
In England, and you were going to watch a game, and they took it to England.
They took it to England.
So they've been take the American football international.
Yeah,
trying to.
They've been doing
it. Yeah.
Because they want more money.
Yeah.
American money is not enough. And if you think of the dollar, who the fuck wants it anyway?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the dollar's collapsing anyway.
Yeah,
they want that European money.
They want it. Yeah,
some of this stuff, always comes back to. I mean, is it really necessary? Like, I mean, do we have to go through this? It's just a halftime show.
Yeah.
Like, can we just
It's true.
watch football.
Nobody watches halftime shows.
People get turned off by all the stuff. They try to, like, you just want to watch a basketball game or a football game. Like, I don't need to be preached to about all this stuff. I'm watching this because I want to get away from it all.
Exactly.
And just watch sports.
Exactly.
Can I say something? I honestly believe if they didn't make such a controversy about it, no one would have gave a fuck.
No, you're right.
Honestly, but media
You're probably
plugged
right.
it in so
I
much
agree.
because it brought controversy. People love controversy.
Yeah.
It's a sad thing that we live in a planet that fucking supports controversy instead of supporting peace.
Yeah.
Because controversy
You see-
makes money.
Yeah.
But you want to know something? But again, it goes back to it's sad that we live in a world, not a country, in a world that supports chaos and not peace.
Well,
Think about it.
Well, because it's order out of chaos. Yeah, that's what they want.
Yeah, peace doesn't make money.
You gotta destroy shit to make your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to tear it down.
You gotta tear shit down and
To build it back
destruction and creation.
Yeah.
Creation and destruction.
up. Yeah. Let's give a quick shout out to Cap's Pizza as well.
man. Oh, you seen that? They
What
had
is-
the chicken caprice.
Is that- oh, is that what
$4.99 a
it is?
slice. Yeah, I was gonna go fucking get a slice and throw them out all day.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you, see if we could get that for us. It's called the chicken caprice.
Oh, let me pull that up on the
Oh,
screen.
bro, fucking delish, bro. Put that shit up there.
Damn,
That shit look
dude.
really- Yeah.
Oh, bro, you don't know, bro.
Wow.
It's what it is. Chicken caprese sandwich.
Yeah.
But this is a pizza, dude.
Oh, wow.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Look at that, bro.
that.
John's getting creative.
Shit, look at
Oh,
that.
man.
Creative.
Every
That
day
Look at that
something different.
motherfucker, bro.
Wow.
Bro, that's a fucking pie right there,
That
bro.
is a pie.
Have you ever had his
Oh, look at
burgers?
that.
Oh, I've had everything.
I don't think I've ever had a burger there.
Yeah, they make a good burger, man.
Oh,
They make a
man.
really good burger.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that.
they make, it's ground beef, bro.
Okay. All right.
And those egg roll things.
Oh, yeah. The egg roll things. We've been talking about getting those,
Oh,
too. Yeah. I think we've had everything on the
I think we've
menu
had the egg rolls
except
before, yeah.
I think we have. But give them a call, 772-770-CAPS. CapsPizzaMenu.com is the website. Tell them TGI Now sent you. Get you 10% off your order. There's Johnny using the AI again. The meme.
I love it.
Right? Oh, my God. That's so
I
funny.
did one today.
You did?
With the podcast.
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah. That was good. I'll have to pull that one
He
up.
gave himself a lot of good looking hair in that one. Didn't he?
Oh, that's funny. Oh my God, that's too funny. Yeah, that's good. He does he does some good ones.
But I found an old podcast picture of me and I put it out there and it created a cartoon character. It was fucking cool.
That's funny. Yep. Then they got their big
Oh, that
Stromboli,
Stromboli, man. 32 inches, me.
Yeah. Bigger is better.
That's
right?
what she said.
Right? Bigger's better. Look at the size of that thing. Look at that.
No. Oh, shit, Ron.
Man,
Now,
just keep going.
Put that shit away, Ron.
It's a fucking
They call that one the Thundercat.
the thunder.
Go in and ask for the Thundercat Stromboli. They'll hook you right up.
Oh, man.
Extra meat.
And then John just kept going with the shit.
Look at the size of that thing.
The Thundercat Stromboli extra meat. That was good. That was good.
That's it.
Johnny's
man.
gonna get a kick out of that. That's too funny.
Man, but
that
I
was
tell
funny
you,
too.
But he does a great job, John. I mean,
Yeah.
So go check them out. They're out by 27th and Oslo, man. Make sure you guys check them out. They have a party room. They got beer, wine, not just pizza. They got salads. They got everything, burgers.
Yep.
They got some amazing food there, and they support our community 100%. So if you want to support a small business, fuck Pizza Hut and all that bullshit, check out Caps, man. They get a good pizza, really good. I mean, the pricing is amazing, and it's a nice spot.
Absolutely. Knocking out pizza since 1987.
Yep. And what's the number if they need to place an order?
772-770-CAPS. There's another dice meme there with Johnny and this guy here, Philly Joe.
Yeah.
He's got the pepperoni Philly cheesesteak egg rolls.
Ooh,
Nice.
man, look at
Wow.
that.
Damn.
Philly
dude.
Joe's turning
I mean,
into a bit of
creative,
celebrity
man. That's what
himself.
I'm
over
saying.
there.
I think so. Yeah, Philly Joe. I haven't met Philly Joe. I'll have to go in there and see him.
There goes Sean right there.
Here's John
Looking
having
for Philly
up the
Joe.
kids. Yeah, I'm going to see Philly Joe. I haven't know nothing about Philly Joe yet. It's a great place, though. So, yeah, it's a community.
sure you
it's a
guys
community
check 'em out,
hangout.
yeah.
Yeah, so check them out. We'll get back to the show. All right, I want to go back to the little old lady that's talking about the podcast, talking about the show.
She did not seem happy with the situation.
She didn't seem happy about this at all. I don't know.
But I would love to watch the Super Bowl with that lady.
I know.
I guarantee it
Oh
would be
my
a good
God,
time.
right?
Oh, yeah. Every play. She's snapping.
She'd be fun.
Looked like she had one of Eddie's gummies too.
She's melting in the couch.
I'm trying to enjoy this damn show.
She's melting in the chair. I'm gonna move the picture out so you guys can see her. Yeah, I can just see her. All right, there we go. Let's do that so you can see. All right, play it. She's melting.
I'm like, who is this man? Golly. Can't sing. I mean, like, what is this? Golly. This is ridiculous. And got the American flag and all these other flags. And yeah, God bless you too. Get off the stage. Please get off the stage. Get off. Put the game back on. I can't stand this. Tell me that. I mean, what in the world is all this foolishness? Thank you. Get off the stage, please. Jesus.
There you go, Mama. You good now?
You know, whoever recorded that knew she's done this before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
She's like a family celebrity.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
keep the phone handy when Grandma's watching TV.
Exactly.
You don't never know what
No doubt about that.
She's coming.
No doubt about that. No, that's a given. Yeah, they pulled that out and they're like, oh, the grandma's going to be bitching about this. She's going to snap on this one. She didn't watch the Turning Point USA one, I guess.
No. But you know, you know, a lot of people didn't switch the channel, dude.
Yeah, no.
The guy in the restaurant did, but a lot of people didn't. You know what I mean? A lot of people just like, a lot of people don't watch the halftime show. That's when they get up and they fucking eat and do the things they do, man. You know what I mean? They go out back, smoke a bone,
right?
You know what I mean?
Get one of Eddie's pre-rolls.
Get one of my pre-rolls at the shop.
Puerto Rican secret, huh?
Ancient Chinese secret.
Ancient Puerto Rican secret, huh?
Hey, they kick ass.
They do kick ass. They're the best in town.
Absolutely.
So make sure you go down and see Eddie.
Yeah, make sure you come down to the shop. I definitely could use your business. We're at a new location. We're at 686 Old Dixie.
Yeah.
Smaller shop, man, but we still got all the same products. Actually, we got better products. We picked up some 50 milligram gummies and got some really nice bud from Oregon. And,
okay. Nice.
You know, so just, you know, I keep it 100, you know.
Well, absolutely. Yeah. That's good.
You just got to be over 21. That's when you got to show ID. You got to show ID.
You got to show ID.
Like a kid.
You got to show ID.
Yeah, I had some kick of it. Hey, what was he looking for? First, he says, "You have any CBD?" And I look at the kid. I say, "Is your mom outside?"
Oh man, jeez.
He said, "I got ID." He was 19. I said, "I can't sell it to you, man."
Oh man.
Yeah, so I had to shush him away. He got ID.
You gotta shush him away and get out of here, buddy.
By law, actually, he could buy CBD at 16, but I don't fuck around.
Yeah.
You got to be 21 to buy THC, but you can buy CBD at 16.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Well, CBD helps.
So we're learning things.
Well, CBD is non-intoxicant. You don't get high.
Amber said 1,000% spot on, Eddie. So there you go.
That's the truth. So it's keeping it real.
Keeping it real. At least we're trying. Real authentic truth talk.
Hey, listen, we've been doing it for 4 years now.
4.5 years.
4.5 years now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I seen something today that should say 5 years.
Almost 5 years, man.
Actually, I plugged in a show that we put in like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
When I put my Andy Frisella on.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, when I really got raw.
Yeah.
And then, your little clips are funny, bro. Holy shit, you did one. What was it?
Which one?
Do that one again.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, I was
You were making fun of John Leguizamo. You were like, "Oh, Mama, pizza, Papa," and I was like, "Damn, Eddie, do that again."
Oh yeah, we did.
I saw that little clip. I was cracking up, bro.
That was
You did a little clip of it. It was funny as
It was
fuck.
funny. Yeah. That's what I'm yeah. That was when the boys from To the Point were here that day. That night. That was the night they were all here.
Yeah.
John, Mike's in the chat or something.
We was talking about the embarrassment rituals.
Yeah. Okay. And then don't forget, last time that Jimmy was on the show, Thundercat was we were smushed on YouTube back then.
Yeah, we were in our little office.
Yeah, we were smushed out. No, we were in here.
Yeah,
we weren't able to be on YouTube then. And then the podcast that you did.
We did it here?
Yeah, and the podcast that he was on
How
the
long
show.
have we been here now?
This would be July of 2023.
He was like the first person.
He was the first person to sign the
Wow,
wall.
look at that. So we've been here 3 years
3
now.
years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, in this room,
I think, what were we talking about? We were talking about COVID.
We were talking about, the Musk versus Zuck, because remember they were going to fight. Remember Musk and Zuck were going to fight.
Yeah.
And then he was talking about how Zuckerberg admitted that they meddled in the election and all that.
Yeah.
And so then like once we uploaded that one got taken down
We
in a
shouldn't
half
talk
hour.
about stealing the election.
It's
That's
on Rumble, but
every time we said steal the election,
it was gone.
Rondell would look at me and says, "We're off YouTube."
There goes YouTube. There you go.
I mean, would be, yeah. So that show you were on,
And every time
it got
But it's speaking our truth. We got to speak our truth,
Yeah.
shit, right? I mean, that's not the point of coming on this fucking show.
Yeah,
right?
ultimately.
Getting the truth out is the point.
It's the
Honestly, bro, I'll be honest with you, bro. You don't have to believe my truth.
Yeah, I believe it.
And that's 100, bro, because it's my truth.
Yeah.
You don't have to believe it. I could tell you,
Mm-hmm.
but if you don't believe me, hey, that's okay.
You're right.
Everybody won't.
We could agree to disagree. You know what I mean? I got no issue with that. Like, I don't even have an issue with a liberal once you don't push your shit on me and start talking about I hate Trump and all this other shit.
It's just like I don't want to
You know,
hear
like, I don't want to hear that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about I hate Biden.
Yeah.
Like,
For real.
you know, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with people?
Yeah.
Like the first thing out of their mouth, you know, back in the day, it was like, what sign are you? You know what I mean? Now it's what? Are you a Republican or a fucking liberal?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What's your pronouns?
What's
Your story,
Yeah,
dude.
your pronouns.
Yeah, your pronouns, like all this other bullshit. But now they want to know your political agenda too. Like what? How do you think? Do you like Trump?
Yeah, right. I know.
He's a fucking man. I could care less about Trump.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
And I put a video out today when I was introducing the Thundercat earlier. I put a video out just talking about that stuff, like the drops that are coming out with the whole fucking Epstein stuff. Like I'm like Trump's not coming to save us. We have to save ourselves, and that's why a lot of people are getting all worked up over this stuff, this Epstein stuff that we already know about because we've been speaking
Right,
about.
we've been talking about it for years.
We've been talking about it for 4.5 years. So, but these people are starting to see these drops and these files, and they're going, "Fuck, these people are like crazy. Like, what are they doing? Like, we're just going to sit around and like let this just keep happening."
Yeah.
And that's where I think the outrage has to come to the surface. We were outraged 3 years ago when the country was falling apart, and we were like, "What the fuck? Biden's going to destroy this place. We're not going to have a country." That's why we were getting worked up.
We worked up about it because it's truth.
Now we're relaxed, and we're just like, "All right, I see what's going on."
Well, they're also reacting to it. To them, this is fresh.
Exactly.
And they're just, well, why this and why that? It's like, dude, this is not today. This has been going on a while. It's just you haven't been paying attention, or it hasn't been brought to the forefront.
And what did you say earlier before the podcast? You said you got to do the work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And you got to be willing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of work means, not accepting what the nightly news tells you every night. Do a little research, check things out for yourself, ask questions.
Yeah.
Since when does asking questions make you a conspiracy freak?
Exactly.
I mean,
that's true. Think
No,
of
we do that on Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday.
This Thursday coming up. This Thursday coming up at Filthy's. But you're right. Yeah. What's wrong with asking questions? Discerning, using discernment. How many times does it say in the Bible to use discernment? Right.
Yeah.
God wants you to use your discernment because He gave you that discernment. He gave you that free will choice. He gave you an immune system. You have to trust in hope and in faith that things are going to work out. Everything's going to be just fine. But like you said, it's fresh for these people, where for us, it's not. And like I was telling you before the show, like I was at a hockey tournament this weekend, and guys were sitting around talking, and they were talking about like the Epstein stuff and all these movies, and how I can't watch movies like I used to because these people, I can't look at them the same way anymore. It's all coming to the surface. The reality's starting to crack and crumble. And they don't want to believe that it's true. I mean, the guy was like, I don't want to believe this is true, but I think it is. Like, I don't want to believe it, but I think it is. And so you have to do the work. You have to do your service. But then everybody always says, "Oh, they've been lying to us." And it's like, well, no, they haven't been lying to us. They've been telling us the whole time, right? And they've been telling us in the movies. Eddie, we've been talking about forever.
It's the truth. I mean, we watch movies and everything else, and they've been telling us all along.
All along.
And one of the things, remember what Novak said, and that really woke me up too.
Did, yeah.
When Novak said, listen, they have to tell you.
Yep. You have to give its
They
consent.
have to expose themselves, but they do it in such a way that they make like it's not
Like
real.
it's not
but
real.
they're actually telling you the truth.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at what we're doing to you.
Mhm.
Look at what's happening.
And then we pay for
like,
it.
yeah,
We pay taxes.
Oh.
We pay for the tickets.
And you always got to look at
that's crazy.
what they're wanting you to see a certain angle or a certain topic or a certain. You always got to look past it and be like, why are they bringing this up so much? Like, trying to draw my attention away from this and that. Which these news cycles, I mean, that's a whole world and a whole art in itself.
Yeah.
Is generating fake outrage.
Mhm.
This Minnesota thing.
Yeah.
And just to pull away from maybe another topic, like we were talking about fraud in Minnesota.
Mhm.
It was hot for a couple days. It was like, wait a minute, billions and billions, and then all of a sudden, we haven't heard a thing,
Not a thing
from it.
Not one thing.
Well, now they're investigating Elon Moran and her husband about it. But even that, I've always looked at that, and John can agree with me, is that it's just a distraction.
Yeah.
They don't want to really, they want to distract you from what's really happening. So the thing with Minnesota, to me, living in Florida, I could give a fuck. I hate to say it,
Yeah.
but I can. It doesn't really matter to me because there's corruption everywhere. There's corruption in this little town.
For real.
I mean, you see these
Corruption in
sheriff
this
cars?
room.
Brand new sheriff cars. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Have you
yeah.
seen the sheriff's cars?
Oh, yeah.
Brand new.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys
They got a
got.
brand new building too.
Yeah,
A brand
man.
new
So
building.
there's a lot of corruption here too. A lot of quid pro quo.
Yeah.
So
All
it happens
popular
everywhere.
faith.
So I'm not surprised. When they say, "Oh, the billions were stolen in Minnesota." Hey, you guys let it happen.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
You let it happen. You gave up that money. When COVID opened up, you gave it up. And here I was a small business
You
and I
didn't-
needed the
you
fucking
couldn't
money.
get a nickel.
And you guys gave me
He couldn't
God,
get a
you gave me
nickel.
shit.
He tried.
He'll tell you, he tried to get
I
me
tried to get a money during
I
COVID.
They
tried
wouldn't
with
give it
my
to me.
business,
You
and I
did
got
too? Really?
nothing.
Nothing.
I don't have any employees. I'm the
Yeah.
only employee, and
And that's where he was
Forget
saying,
it,
"Oh, but yeah,
if
even
that's the case.
even the county wouldn't give him
But
money."
the
Yeah.
county wouldn't give me nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Because of what I sell.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Oh, that's true,
So
too.
this is the crazy thing. So I'm federally not really should, I always gotta, but yeah, I gotta pay federal sales tax.
Yeah.
right,
Like, isn't that a fucking oxymoron?
which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Honestly, think about it.
You're
You're telling
acknowledging
me
me.
federally that I shouldn't be doing this, that this is still like, the state will allow it, but you're still under restrictions through federal law,
Yeah.
but still paying my taxes.
Yeah.
Please.
I
Thank
know.
you.
It's crazy.
Huh?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of money. All that CARES Act money. There was a lot of money going out the
A
window.
lot of money got ripped
the
off.
big
Look,
time.
people, God bless them. People working out of their houses doing nails. If they had like Suzanne Summers LLC,
Yeah.
you know what I
Never
mean?
getting money.
They got 100 G's, dude.
Oh yeah. I know. Yeah.
100 G's, and they're working out of the house. God bless them. I'm glad they got it.
Yeah. It's gone now.
I'm not hating, but what I'm saying, the point is that you had small businesses like mine and other small businesses that struggled, and it was by design.
Legit
right.
small business.
Yeah.
Right, legit. And it was all
That
by
needed
design. They wanted to fucking crush us because remember, mind you, stay 6 feet away, but yet Walmart was open.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Fucking Walmart.
Right.
Yeah.
That was John hasn't stepped into Walmart in how many years?
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's infested with, I hate to say it,
It's just
the place is
it's bad.
diseased.
It's low frequency, like I was telling you. It's low
You know what I
vibration.
mean? The vibration in that place is horrible. You go in there,
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah. It's so bad.
Temperature change is bright as shit.
Yeah.
It's like you're in a hospital.
It's
They don't want
cold.
you in there long.
Right.
That's
Cold.
why.
Yeah. No, it's gross. It's bad.
They don't want you in there long.
It's bad. Yeah. It's scary, dude.
Yeah.
It's freaky. It's true though, and that's they left those open on purpose, but other people couldn't stay open. It's like
Yeah, I know.
Need you lighter?
That was part of the biggest things. It made no sense to people, and it's like if it doesn't make sense, then something's up. Like,
Yeah.
but everybody even though it didn't make sense.
You know why?
I'm no doctor, but we're still going to go along with it.
Stealing billions. They gave you what, $3,000, little COVID money.
Oh yeah,
everybody got a little check.
Yeah.
Everybody got their little stimulus check.
Money.
Oh yeah. And while they were stealing billions, and they just fed you pennies like crumbs, like a fucking peasant. Here, take this.
Oh, my
and we were all happy with our little $2,500.
Yeah.
Unemployed motherfuckers getting $675 now.
Yeah.
Now unemployed people are making more money than people employed. Oh, this is great! Yeah, just forget about the billions that are being stolen because you're happy with your crumbs.
And going back to the billions in Minnesota, the fact that you got a 20-year-old kid that showed up, a YouTuber, like it wasn't difficult. They had the Leering Center on the side of their building for how many years, and not a single person
noticed that.
Nobody even questioned it.
It's almost like a bad movie, like right, like
that building.
I thought it was
Larry
AI.
got investigated a bunch of times.
It might have been.
Oh, I thought it was totally AI when I first. There's no way
they would have cited this as Leering Center,
misspell
and nobody noticed it, and they didn't fix it. Yeah.
I mean, and nobody questioned it.
I know. Yeah, that was.
But that's how
YouTuber showed up.
I mean, that's how much the level of corruption and money that is
and that's how
wasted.
That's how oblivious the world is.
And the guy that was going around with him, he'd been pulling out that.
That guy. He said he spent 10 years following that shit. He never got nobody opened the door for him.
Nobody listened to
10 years ago.
He said he never got somebody to come to the door for him. So when them people was coming to the door, he was just shook. Like finally,
because
he finally opened
the
the
other
door.
kid had a camera.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to film it. That this kid Nick Shirley was. He had a following and he had a camera. That's why.
Did you guys see like the continuing with that theme in Minnesota, where the transportation companies and stuff
I saw that too. Yeah.
I mean,
they were supposed to be like renting out U-Hauls and all kinds of stuff, but it was in like a convenience store, and they weren't really doing it. They had no trucks.
Transporting people, they had no trucks, they had no nothing, but supposedly transporting people to like doctor's appointments and hospitals and stuff like that. But at the same time, you're talking about they were discussing these Somalis, and they're just like, they've got a massive inbreeding problem.
Gave it to them.
Exactly. Yeah. Somebody
gave all that whole program that they're running right now. Somebody, when they came here, somebody said, we need y'all to do this.
Yeah, they were talking about how low IQ these people are and stuff. Well, somebody's got an IQ because somebody's
smart enough to put them in this position. They didn't just come here and fucking just. Somebody did that. Somebody said, we need y'all to sit here and do this. And if anybody asks you questions, call us when they do.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like, anything else. People will bring them down to a certain place and tell them, sign here. And, you're set.
And then they tell them they have to vote a certain way. So you have to give money to the Democratic Party. So that's what they do.
They're rolling around in Range Rovers up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. And like you said, the vehicles that they had, they were just sitting out in the parking lot. They weren't using them to transport anybody. They had snow all on the top of them. They weren't being used at all.
And you got 3 and 4 different businesses with the same exact address. So you're telling me in today's world
you can't figure that out.
There was a building. They went inside that one building, that insurance building. Did you see their insurance?
Yeah.
It was like 47 fucking insurance companies in one building.
Yeah. And not a single person picked up on that.
Every door had a different company on it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
But they're saying also, that
they're not selling insurance. They wouldn't let you come in and talk to nobody. You can't get a quote.
Nope.
They're saying AI may be, helping with a lot of that, because you can start writing programs that'll be like, kick out all these businesses that have repetitive, addresses or this and that. The average person now has more weapons.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And just like that, the guy that I forget the guy's name, but the young guy, that
Nick Shirley. Yeah.
Man, he just had a cell phone.
Yeah, that's it.
Cell phone, and he decided to knock on some doors. That's all.
That's it. And it takes balls to do that. I mean, what he did, it takes a lot of balls, because you don't know what you're going to run into.
Like Eddie was saying, the average person just has their head down.
People look like they was going to kill his ass, so they seen that fucking camera.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because he's fucking with their livelihood.
Yeah, the boys coming out of the shadows on his ass. Like one of them dudes, I seen him just come out of nowhere. I was like, oh yeah. He seen the camera and he just like turned and kept walking.
I want to ask you a question. How long you think they were doing that for?
Oh,
this ain't years.
So we're saying years, right? So what's happening is that if money's freely given, you're going to freely take it.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So
that's what they
as
did.
smart or as dumb as we may think they are, they got the money. Sure. They bought cars. They did what they had to do because they got comfortable. Because the government was giving them the money. They weren't robbing banks.
Nope.
They didn't do it with guns.
They just fill out a form. Yep.
It cost $99 to get an LLC. Anybody can get an LLC.
Yep.
All you got to do is go online, fill out the paperwork, and you got an LLC. They don't ask for proof of place. They don't ask what's your business idea. They don't ask shit. You got an LLC. That LLC could be posted. I got to have 20 LLCs.
Well, true.
You know what I mean? And just get, But the point is that simple.
Yep.
I just don't have a criminal mind. I don't have a desire to do that. But what I'm saying is that it's that simple.
It's that easy.
You know, we talk about corruption. Let's talk about something that's local. Okay, the state of Florida, you know that the state of Florida right now transports more kids in child sex slavery than any state in the country.
Wow.
The state of Florida. Okay? By statistics, as
Where's
Bob
all the Amber Alerts?
Bob told me.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you is that's a distraction. Let's look at Minnesota and let's forget about Florida.
Yeah.
You know, we've been talking about child sex slavery in this state for a long time, and that happens a lot. You know what I mean?
Right,
so this thing with Minnesota to me is nothing but a distraction. I'm glad that they're starting to pinpoint it and they're starting to catch these people and people going to jail. That's just the way it is. You had your time with the money. Now it's time to do the time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah.
But we have to look at what's happening here. You talk about the Epstein files. In those Epstein files, there was a lot of kids that were being transported. Okay, for
shipping containers,
shipping containers of kids.
Yeah.
Transported to rich people.
Absolutely.
If you're going to expose them, let's expose the names. We're the kids. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody wants to see why Trump's name is on it. His name is on it because he was the rat that put fucking Epstein in jail.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah,
he was the rat.
I got it pulled up.
It's the truth.
Yeah,
he was the one that snitched on Epstein.
Yeah. He said,
okay, he's the one that set him up.
Maxwell,
that's why his name, right, Jolene
Maxwell's evil. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he put that down that she was evil. So what I'm saying to you, he threw them out of his club.
Yeah, he did.
Because apparently he was trying to talk to one of the
little girls.
Yeah, little girl.
Yeah. The girl working in the
threw her
spot.
out. Yeah. He threw the guy out. So the whole point is that those Epstein files is only a small portion of the shit that's going on in this country.
Yeah.
Remember how many kids? 300,000 children, so they say, maybe 1 million kids got when the border was open.
We were being distracted by the Biden.
Fucking were being snuck in here and being sold for not only for fucking sex, for body parts, for fucking for adrenochrome, for fucking slavery, all this bullshit.
Yep.
All right, and you and I both know it, and that's a distraction they don't want you to see because they're after our kids, bro. Yeah. Because that's our future.
Well, it's the future of this country.
You distract the kids with these cell phones, bro. These cell phones today, bro. You go to an airport, everybody's on their fucking cell phone.
Oh yeah.
Looking down.
What else you gonna do, right? You're sitting there looking down.
Before cell phones, what did you do? You walked around, you spoke to fucking people.
In the airport.
Hi, what's up? My name is Eddie. Man, where you going?
I go to the bar, I get a drink. Yeah, I still talk to people like, bro, we really talk.
But today,
I might have my phone on the charger somewhere, but I'm talking to people. Especially, I met a guy from Canada last time we was in the airport. When he talked, I was like, "Where you going?" He was like, "I'm going to Los Angeles." I was like, "Bro, where are you from?" As soon as I heard his voice, I was like, "Where are you from?" He was like, "I'm from Canada." I was like, "Saskatchewan" or something like that.
But you see what I'm saying, though? You're one of the few.
Yeah.
Because you're not distracted, because you're awake.
I talked to a pilot that was his fucking last time. He brought us back from Cali. It was his last flight.
Oh, you told me about
Yeah, bro. We made everybody clap. I was like, yo, this is his last flight, bro. He just brought us back from Cali. Everybody just started cheering. The dude was like, yeah, man.
You should have asked him if the Earth was flat.
Yeah.
I should have.
Yeah.
Flat Earth.
Speaking of flat Earth, let's go ahead and give a plug out to our Conspiracy Club 101 podcast too. That's this Thursday, so I want to plug that for anybody local that's listening. Check it out. This is our conspiracy.
Filthies, man. You can plug in if you got a topic, man.
Yeah.
You got a topic, we'll give you a chair.
It is right there. Conspiracy Club 101 this Thursday. Filthies. We got some merch. If you want to grab some merch, we got merch. You got the t-shirts.
There you
t-shirt. And there's our Conspiracy Club.
Joey put it out today in the video. You know that?
Yeah,
right?
he did. Yeah. I put them on the page here. So check it out. There's Joe right there. Joe's
there he goes.
There's Joe right there.
Zep.
Yeah, we'll give Zep. Let's give Zep some airtime.
Yeah, let's
give Zep some airtime since he's been on the show. Let's see. Let me pull this
there
down.
You go. Flat Earth. So
fucking play.
You got to hit the speaker.
Yeah, come on.
Everybody that are meeting our month. How we doing? Joe's up, coming at you. Out for a walk on this glorious day. And just wanted to remind everybody that our meeting, our monthly meeting, Conspiracy Club 101, is coming up this Thursday. And that's February 12th. We're doing it at Filthy's Fine Cocktails in Vero Beach, Florida, from 6 to 8. There will be a group of people discussing topics and also a live podcast where anybody can sit down and actually speak their truth. The reason why we put this group together is to create a safe space where conversations and ideas can be exchanged between people without ridicule, judgment, or all the other things that make these conversations very, very difficult for most people. If you're like me and you don't have almost anybody that you can talk to, if you have questions about what's going on in the world, which I think we all do, I hope we all do, and you're really uncomfortable about talking about it, Thursday night Conspiracy Club 101 is the place for you, okay? Guys, come around. I guarantee you'll raise your vibration. There's no judgment, there's no politics. It's a free-form discussion group. Anybody can get on the podcast if you want. You don't have to. You don't have to be on camera. But we provide a safe space where you can ask questions. We have a lot of people that are very informed, and we basically can answer some of your questions, okay? We will raise your vibration. And in turn, you will raise our vibration. That's what it's all about, guys. That's the answer to the problems, okay? Collective vibrational awareness, raising our vibes, thusly affecting other people. And this is how we get out of this mess, okay? So it's Conspiracy Club 101. We're on Facebook. Come and check us out. Thursday night, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., Filthy's, Vero Beach, Florida. Okay? Hope to see you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Jeff said. It's awesome.
I want to ask him if he in the mob, but he gonna kill me if he tell me.
I think
good drummer,
his
though,
dad
man.
was. I think his dad was.
He's a real fucking drummer, man. Good drummer.
He's really good. Yeah, he's a
good
drummer.
man.
Yeah, he's awesome. I've seen him. He can do so many different. He does country. He does like the Black Crows.
Who does he play with?
Bunch of different.
Yeah, he
bands,
plays
dude.
with different bands.
Yeah, and
bro.
he plays on Wednesday nights. They do an open mic, and he's up there. And he'll play with anybody. Like you get two people playing guitar, he'll go up there and play drums with them, and they'll pick a song, and he'll just fucking knock it out. I'm like, damn. I just go to watch him because I've always wanted to learn how to play drums, so I would watch him do it. So I'm like watches how he is, and he's really good.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, this idea was his. You know, a lot of it was his idea. He wanted to do like a flat Earth club, and I was like, you can't just keep it like just one subject. You got to kind of open it up now. And so, like, we could talk about flat Earth.
Too much stuff to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like you talked about you before the show about the moon landing, and you were like, it's up to a year ago. You were like, I knew we went to the moon, and then you're like, nah, I don't know now.
Now we go to the moon.
But he said he went to the
but they exposed that years ago, though.
But everybody's seeing what they're supposed to see now is what I always tell people. Like, even though Thundercat is awake to a lot of the things, there's certain things that you're just like, you're on the fence with. You're like,
I was there, bro, because I got to tell you, when I met John, it was weird because there were things that I knew, like I didn't have the words for it. I always explained it that way to John, you know, and he just put the words to what I already knew. And that was a big awakening too, because it was like a learning.
Yeah. You have to learn, unlearn.
Like we were talking about, I mean, the hardest thing in the world is to change your opinion. Especially if you're so passionate about your opinion. That's why, you know, you typically will get nowhere with people, you know, arguing back and forth. They're set in their ways. You know, you got to really pick and choose. If you want to change somebody's mind, you got to go after somebody that's willing to hear your spiel that you lay out there, you know. And I was just like, oh, of course we went to the moon. You know, they wouldn't come up with, you know, something crazy like that. And the more I thought about it, the more I was looking into it, I just said, you know, I don't know.
I'm going to put that in the I don't know.
I'm going to put it in the I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem likely, but, you know, I just...
You saw
when I was asking questions.
Everybody saw a rocket go up, but who
all
was
I
in the
know
rocket?
is Elon said every one of his rockets done failed. If somebody was using tech back then to get to the moon, why is the tech now not sufficing?
Not even that.
It's
fucking
just
tech
hard to
today
believe.
is so much more.
It's
But it's funny when something you said. Like, there's some people you get through, and there's some people who's just not going to do it. And that's what happened with Eddie. You know, when he said that I was telling him things, it was the fact that I could tell that he was actually listening to me.
I tried to get him,
and I was like, but he wasn't over. He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
No. But then every time we would have a conversation, I would see that he was listening, and I'd be like, wow, he's actually like listening to me. Like, he's actually like interested in what I have to say. So I kept adding to it. I kept building building blocks. So then I said, well, you know what? Have you ever looked into this?
Then I had questions.
And then he would put that because he's good at the questions. So then he started asking questions. I was like, well, as a matter of fact.
That's how you know somebody is intelligent when they ask questions.
Exactly. And so that's what happened. So he helped me with my ability to talk to other people about what we talk about on the show now, because he was kind of like my guy that was like listening.
It was your approach.
Exactly. Yeah. So which is like my Padawan learner.
That's one of the
that's
biggest.
How we both opened up.
Exactly.
And that's how we got the show.
That's one of the biggest things, though, as far as if you really want to. I don't want to say convert because it sounds so like cultish, but if you want to change somebody's mind or at least open it to questions, the way you go about it is extremely important, and who you go to is important. Like you know, you're not going to get some crazy leftist to change their mind on anything, and they're not going to listen to what you have to say anyway. So you got to have somebody that says, well, you know, I really don't, you know, not into politics and this and that, and so then you got to, just like you were talking with Eddie, you can't go right into, you know, Epstein's Island and, you know, chemtrails and flat earth, blah, blah. You're going to scare them off immediately.
That's true, because remember when you first mentioned adrenochrome to me, I was like, I don't know about that.
He didn't want to hear about it. And I knew, and I was like, so I took a step back, and I was like, okay, no problem. You know, I saw the look on his face.
Yeah, you know, you heard the kids, but I got an issue with that.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck, man? No way, dude. They can't be doing that.
But you can't come right out of the box with that kind of stuff.
But let me
people
tell
are
you
going to
something.
scare.
I got to tell you, it's so true. It's so true. It's so true. And why I know a lot of people today will not believe it and will not even want to hear it and think it's all bullshit conspiracy is because, I mean, people can't accept the truth because they want to live the lie to believe that nothing like that could happen to a child. Yeah. Even a leftist.
Yeah.
So something like that can't happen to a child because that's how they would want to think. As I thought that way, like, ooh, who would want to do something like that to a kid? But they do worse.
Yeah, you're right. They
do worse.
You don't want to think
kids
that.
are bred in tunnels.
No, what the fuck?
You know, you know, the president of the club that I belong to, the international president, he's been on the show and he's been in the tunnels.
Oh yeah,
and he's seen kids being bred, and people who've never seen light. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's fucked up.
Seen the darkest of the dark.
Yeah, he's seen it. He's been in there rescuing people.
And
that's
fuck with you.
heavy stuff.
Yeah, that's real,
and
man.
you can't go after a neutral person with that kind of stuff. You got to go after something that we can all get on board with, where you know, hit them with, let's talk about inflation. Let's talk about immigration. Let's talk about these very nice, simple things.
Something to lead them in.
That we can agree on.
Lead them in slow.
But we've been watching it in
go from
different
there.
forms.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Teenage Ninja Turtles.
Pizza.
Where they come from? The tunnels.
And they're reptiles.
Okay, they're reptiles.
And they like
Exactly.
and they like pizza.
How many movies are made of people living in tunnels?
Yeah.
So they've been telling us in movies for years
They like
that
pizza.
this is happening, that people are living in tunnels. Remember, pizza is something that goes through people throw a slice and it goes right down into a tunnel.
Yeah.
So you could have a slice of pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
Most
no, I
people
got
eat
you.
a whole hot dog.
This is
Not everybody eats a whole pizza.
This is what you got to say on
That's
the
true.
second conversation. Like you got to
No, but
ease
it's the
them
truth,
into it.
though.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah,
but
it's true.
you want to know something though? Today, because it's truth. If I told you that and you don't want to believe it, that's fine.
Yeah, because
I'm
it's-
okay with that.
Yeah.
You know, because I know it's truth. If you don't want to believe it, oof, that's cool, bro.
That's why I always go back to the movie They Live, because it's an easy one for people to watch.
That's classic,
Yeah,
man.
because you can. It's easy to watch because it's just like you put the glasses on, you're like, that show's fun.
Rowdy,
And then you take them off.
Piper.
Yeah.
I watched that shit. They told me to watch that shit.
Yeah,
I watched
that's-
that shit. I was like, what
That's why
the
I go to
fuck
that
is
movie
this?
when I try to explain stuff to people. They're like, you
Yeah.
understand you're being programmed subconsciously all day long. So if you watch that movie and you really look at it from that perspective, say, wow, they really are programming me
Now,
subconsciously.
talking about that movie, I watched a movie last night. Classic. Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, I hadn't watched that.
It just popped up on Prime.
Dude, Kurt Russell, man, that's a classic.
All right, I haven't seen that in a long time.
It's good bad movie.
Yeah, I think that's an old movie. I think I saw it.
In the 80s.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in
Where
a long
the
time. Yeah, I
Chinese
remember that.
guys like coming down
Yeah.
from the sky and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Oh my God, yeah, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
haven't watched
classic.
movies a lot lately. I just don't watch them as much.
But you know, some of the older movies told,
They
it's
told-
like
yeah,
you
that
know,
was
past
the
proves
narrative.
present,
Yeah.
present proves past.
Future Proofs Past.
Yeah, right. Future proves past.
What's the movie? There's a movie with Tom Cruise, the director. They did that fucking scene. It's the movie with they did the ritual.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes
yeah.
Wide Shut.
Oh, that was a weird
And
fucking
Stanley,
movie.
So
Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick, bro,
Yeah.
he made that movie
Yep.
exposing them. That
Yeah.
fucking ritual scene, he did that exposing. They killed his ass for that shit.
Yeah. Well,
They literally told him, "You're not allowed to fucking put this movie out."
No, what they told him was you can put it out, but you have to cut 20 minutes out of it.
cut
So
that
they
20
made him
out.
cut 20 minutes out of that movie. So there's 20 minutes missing of that movie.
But it's not missing. It's in somebody's fault.
Well, it's probably burned. They probably burned
They
it.
killed him.
They killed him. Yeah, he died like a week after the movie came out.
And he gets
Yeah.
brought into a lot of landing.
A lot.
He made the
Well,
movie. Well,
He made the movie.
Yeah.
It said that shit was fake.
He's the one that he's the one that helped them
He
set it
wrote a
all
whole
up.
script. They found that script
Yeah.
saying that he knew that the whole thing was fake.
Well, remember what Red Hot Chili Peppers song is? Space was made in
the Hollywood
basement. Yeah.
basement. Yeah.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
Hollywood basement. That's where they made the whole setup with the whole landing
Yeah.
and all that. And they
Space
back-
may
because I remember-
that's what he said.
Yeah.
Space may be the final frontier,
Because
but it's made in
in
a Hollywood basement.
Yep.
I
That's a hell of
remember
a
as a
line.
kid,
Yeah.
because I was a kid seeing, when they used to do the actual, we were kids, I would watch it.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a year, and I'm not sure what Apollo it was, because it was always an Apollo.
Yeah.
So it was Apollo, one of them anyway. I remember that it didn't, like, they showed that it wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they went up and something happened, like they couldn't go up. And then like the next day you see like this thing, like a scene.
Yep.
You see them like jumping up and down on the moon
Yep.
and everything else. Like, I thought it didn't go up.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I
Yeah.
remember,
Yeah.
and
they
it
made
was
the phone call,
weird.
too.
And then you
Yeah.
can see, and then
Yeah.
a news article or something came out that they made it up.
Yeah.
That 1 year wasn't real.
Yep. Yeah.
And they even made a movie
Yeah,
about
they
it.
did. Yeah, they
I
did.
think Apollo
It just
13
came out recently. Well, there's another movie that came out recently
Apollo
about
12
it,
or something
too.
like
Yeah,
that.
they just made it
where
up.
they admitted
Yeah.
that they faked it.
Yeah.
That was that the one we were talking about?
Yeah,
A funny thing happened
funny
on the way to the moon?
Yeah, but they said it's only that one time it happened that they faked it that one time, but they faked it all the time.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was a kid in like second grade, I saw one of them go up and then exploded.
Challenger.
That was a Challenger.
That shit was crazy.
That's the ones where they're all still alive.
Like all the kids in the school are outside,
teacher was on there,
and that shit's going up, and we just see that motherfucker just go boom.
Yeah.
We was like, what?
Bro,
that's not supposed to happen.
You have to understand something. Do you know that the body cannot handle that kind of speed or do that to go to space?
Yeah, the Van Allen belt. Yeah.
Okay? It'll kill you instantly.
Yeah.
Bro, so no one's ever been to the fucking moon.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
They would have had a better story if they would have sent robots.
How come they don't fucking send people to the moon now?
Humans, because I mean, like Eddie's saying, I mean, the radiation is insane.
It will kill you. Just the force of it. The force will crush you.
Well, that's what me and John were talking earlier, and I said, back then nothing was digital; it was all on film. Yeah. It's like this super sensitive film was made its way back and forth through all this radiation. Yeah. We're talking about film that is very temperamental,
especially to light,
to anything. And
and then Nixon made the phone call too. They called them,
right? He just picked up the phone.
Bro, this was in the fucking in the late 60s.
I was just bored.
You got service out there?
Yeah, he had service up on the moon. They had moon service.
Yeah. I remember. I was like 7 years old.
But when you talk to somebody, if you talk to somebody on a cell phone nowadays, it fucking call drops after like 5 minutes.
Everybody saw them. Everybody saw it. It was like a thing. It was on every channel. And you only have 4 channels.
Right.
And it was on every fucking channel.
And they told you what you had to know.
Yeah, you had
what
to watch
needed,
it. Yeah.
What they wanted you to know.
They wanted you to feel that your tax dollars back then, that your tax dollars is doing something, exploring the moon.
Only 4 channels.
Yeah. That's why they called it programming. Yeah. It was only 4 channels. And remember, they even call the channels channels. So you're channeling. It's everything's in the word. Channeling, programming, tell lies to your vision, television. It's all right there. It's like it's right there. It's like, and it's so. And again, getting back to like talking to somebody, like if you were talking to somebody about like programming, like, well, we were being programmed. What do you mean you're being programmed? Well, TV, when you look at a program, it tells you what's on the program tonight, honey. They're telling you. I would tell this to people that like Country Kitchen. I had breakfast. We were talking about like mind control. I say, listen to it, television. Why would they think they would call it a TV? They just made up that word like, we're going to call this box a television. Well, they're telling you that they're telling a vision. Well, and then you accept it.
And I'm a good example of that with that whole moon landing thing. From being a kid and you're in school and you're just, I don't know. Yeah. I'm being told I'm a kid that, we went to the moon. And if you're telling me we went to the moon, an authority figure is telling me this, and there's textbooks that are telling me this. That's my narrative. That's all I know.
That's all you know.
Until later in life, I start questioning things, and I'm just like, man, I was an idiot when I was a kid. It was stupid ass.
But it comes down to, and when you say that, like you said, like I'm an idiot, what the fuck? That's part of the awakening process, because that's what I went through, like in my late 30s, early 40s, when I started to like look into like child trafficking and all these different things, and the elite and the cabal, and I would sit there and be like, fuck, man, like why did it take me so long to see this? What am I that stupid? Like, but the thing is, it's not how long it took. Doesn't matter.
It took what it took.
Exactly.
Well, you were supposed to, like with me,
it's like an activation.
2018.
Like you weren't ready.
Yeah,
like
you weren't ready. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. You weren't ready.
I'll tell you when it happened.
You weren't ready to take the red pill yet.
I was watching. I was watching news, and I never really watched the news. I was in my shop, and I just clicked on the news for some reason, and Trump was getting. I was happy with Trump because he just signed the hemp bill, and I was able to open up my shop, so it was great. So I said, okay, cool, Trump. So I was watching, so they wanted to impeach him for the phone call. Remember? That, for some reason, that was like a click to me.
Yeah, that's your activation point.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? This whole thing with the mask, everything, it was all like a lie. Like, it was like, it was like I put those glasses on, like in the movie, and I started seeing shit differently, and I started seeing people differently, and I was like, holy shit. Like, what the? Have I been blind so fucking long?
Exactly.
You know, I mean, it took me to what? I mean, I was, 59?
Yeah. And that's
You
what a
know
lot
what
of
I
people
mean?
are going through right now. They're going through that where, like the guy was talking about with hockey, like, they're just like, they look at it and they're going, they're like, man, why did it take me this long? Like, I just don't understand.
And, you know, the whole pride, all these other, you know, feelings that,
Pride's
you know,
a big one.
it's-
It's ego, really.
it's hard to
it's
say,
the ego
you know.
mind. Yeah.
Think about
it's
life.
hard to let go and,
Yeah.
and listen.
Yeah.
But also think about life. 8 hours work.
Yeah.
8 hours
That's
sleep.
what we were talking about. That's
Right.
what that's the day live. Work 8 hours,
Right.
sleep 8 hours.
Right. Everything is in a section, right?
Yeah.
So
So
many
you don't have
things
much
going.
time to do anything.
Right.
The other hours that you do, what do? You're either traveling to and from the 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
It could take an hour, right? So that's another hour. You go home, you eat an hour, right? Do whatever needs to get done, another hour. You sit down
And that's
for
it.
2
You
hours.
watch your movie like you were
Watch
doing.
TV,
That's what you were
the
doing.
news, whatever. Get
Yeah.
programmed,
Yeah.
go to sleep, wake up,
Yep.
gotta go to work.
Yep.
8 hours,
Yep.
and it's like Groundhog Day.
Well, it's called the loop, and then
And
and
what
we're breaking
happens-
the loop is what we're
And
doing.
what happens? They keep you asleep deliberately
Exactly.
with money, bonuses. You got promotions.
It's a rhythm.
So you keep on working to strive. You're thinking
Yeah.
you're striving for better, but you're distracted with that.
Exactly.
You know
And
what
the
I mean?
goalpost
So
moves
you
back a
can't
little
see what's in front of you.
Exactly.
The evil, ugly
Well,
is in front of you.
what's the word evil? What evil spelled backwards? Or live spelled backwards is evil.
Yeah.
So you're living backwards. You're living in reverse. You're not living going forward. You're not expanding your mind. You're living backwards. You're like, oh shit, live in reverse is evil.
You just blew my mind right there.
Yeah, that's what it is. So you're living backwards because you're
I
living
didn't think about it.
You're living in a loop. You're just living in this same loop. And
Well,
so
that's
you're
not-
not really living.
not living.
You're living in an
Like
evil,
the evil.
evil spell. You're under a
Evil.
spell.
You're under a spell. That's how come they call it, like, again, you talk
Spelling.
about channeling.
Yep.
Spells, words.
Spelling. Spell.
Words.
That's why they made us sit in school and spell. Spell the word. We were just making spells as we
We're
were
creating
we thought we were
spells.
learning. We were creating
Well, that-
spells.
I mean, you talk about schools. I mean, good Lord, we ain't got enough time.
No, yeah,
on
we
this
gotta wrap
podcast.
it up here. Yeah,
But you know, that's where it all starts.
yeah, you're right. It
That's
is. It starts
that's
a
how I
program.
got my base of knowledge.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, it's
and
a programming for prison too.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's every door behind you is locked. It's a steel door lock. Every time you close a door, every staircase you go up, steel door lock. Everything's timed. Lunch is
Yeah,
timed.
that's right.
Yeah, pretty
It's
institutionalized.
It is.
institutionalization.
They look
That's
like
all it is.
prisons. The schools look like prisons.
Yeah, they got
You
fences
realize
around.
I spent more years in prison than I did in schools.
They got you ready.
No, you just made me realize that. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got you ready.
And then the time you were in school, it was like prison anyway. So,
Yeah, because I only did 8 years of
Yeah.
school. I never made it to the 9th grade.
There you go. See.
I mean, and I did 8+ in prison. So, and that's where I got my education.
Yeah. Yeah.
More time in prison.
They didn't have
I
enough
spent
time
more
to
time in
indoctrinate
prison.
you.
No,
They
that's
only
true.
had you to 8 years.
But
Well, that's a good point though, because you're at your age and being awake and awakening to this, to light, to what was
To
going
life.
on. You would if you fall in that category of like wouldn't have awakened if you didn't open your mind as much as you did and not go to school as much as you did. So it actually helped you.
oh yeah,
Instead of being an age that you're at and you went through all school, then you went to college and you did all. That's why a lot of people that are your age aren't awake to things
No.
because they went to the higher learning. So that's
see,
why.
the college I went to was in the prison. The professor came to the prison.
Exactly. Big difference. So that makes a lot of
I
sense
wasn't
now. I
wrapped
just
up
realized
in
that.
like the college life.
No,
I was in prison.
no. A lot of
All
people
I had
here-
time
yeah.
to do was study,
Yes.
and even when you
And you read the
study,
book too.
the Bible was
Big
the
deal.
best book
Yeah.
I read.
Yeah.
And it's something that God's blessed you with
That
I
knowledge.
know it for burden.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is that the reading part was very good because I wasn't watching television.
No.
Remember, what happens when you read is that you create your own television,
Yep.
and it's truth
Yep. That's true.
because it's in your mind. So you're going to create your truth. You're reading a book and you know it's a fairy tale. You're not looking at a TV and you're entrapped with all the action and the
Exactly.
boom and the ass and look at the tits on that girl.
That's
All that
subconscious program.
bullshit, right?
Subconscious program.
Because you create it in your mind.
Subconscious. Exactly.
So just to
Right.
be clear, looking at ass and tits is bad. Will you go on record
No.
and say that?
No.
You could look.
No. Hey, listen.
I'm confused.
No.
The lust part, the flesh.
No, but I tell you this:
Yeah.
if you want the real answer, yes,
Yeah.
because it's fleshly. No, but what I'm saying to you, that's part of the distraction.
Yeah,
Remember
it
the
is.
movie,
Oh yeah.
And
The
and
Matrix?
Matrix with the girl in the red dress.
The girl in the red dress.
Yeah.
What did
Thing.
she do? She
Yeah.
distracted him. Turn around now.
Yeah.
Now he's done.
Yeah.
The bullet, the gun was through his head.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's
He didn't
what
see
they,
it coming.
and that's what they are. God's creation, God bless him. I love a beautiful woman. Don't misunderstand. I struggle with that as well. But all I'm saying to you is that too is a distraction,
Yeah.
and we have to be careful. So
Yeah.
the answer to your question, no, it's wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
Really just depends
Just
on.
saying, you know what I mean? If you want me to we're speaking truth, right?
That's true. I mean, I
he
agree.
disappointed me.
I know.
He cleared
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah. Well, I saw just we'll close out. I'm trying to find this video, but I can't find it. But there's a version of that scene in Matrix where you say, Neo, these are people that we were hopelessly
Right.
stuck into the system, and then the woman in the red dress walks by, and he turns around, looks at it, and he goes, Neo, what are you doing? You're looking at that dude in the red dress. And he goes, that's a dude? It was like a woke version of the Matrix. And he goes,
boy.
the dude in the red dress. He goes, that's
Yeah.
a dude?
Don't misgender.
But remember what happened
Yeah.
to the writers.
Yeah, that too.
The
Yeah.
writers writers became
Became
trannies, and
Yeah.
then the third one
Yeah, that's true. I forgot
was
about that.
was about I can't
I
think of
can't
her
remember
name.
now. I forget now.
It was that bad.
Trinity.
Nobody
yeah.
Trinity. It became about Trinity being the actual force.
Yeah, that's right.
Not
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So it was like
I didn't like that.
they got
one, yeah.
woke.
Yeah, they did.
But that's what happened.
Yeah.
They ruined it.
Yeah,
They
right.
told you the truth, and then they switched up, and then they had to tell you the lie.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, oh shit, we exposed too much.
Too much. That's what they did. They did.
That's confusing.
Yeah. No.
But that's the point.
Yeah. The Matrix is a big one too. That's a good one.
Yeah,
So, but
movies will tell you the truth. If you really watch them today, think about the movies. Like you said, you saw that movie yesterday. Think about it in a different perspective.
yeah, you have
Think
to look
about
at it.
what are they
Yeah.
telling me?
Yeah.
What is really happening? E.T. Wow, E.T. phone home. Oh,
No.
so we have aliens
Yeah.
on
And
this
they're
planet.
and they're
Because
among us.
remember, the government that sheltered them, they had all this private stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that come from? Their mind? No, it comes from truth.
Yep. Yeah.
They have to tell you truth. They have to expose themselves. One thing about the devil's very conceited,
Yeah.
right? And he loves to expose himself.
Yeah.
He loves it. He's a show off.
Yeah.
You know, he's not very timid. He
No.
doesn't sneak. He doesn't sneak in. He's very loud,
Yeah.
very arrogant, very flamboyant, very ugly.
Yeah.
But he's very loud, and he likes to be
And that's why
seen,
and that's-
he loves credit.
And that's why you're seeing so much noise in the world right now, because he's getting exposed.
Yeah. He's getting it, and he loves it.
And he loves it. Yeah,
He
but
loves it.
but
He's feeding off
and he
of
knows it's his.
Because
it's
people are going to go to hell like
and
crazy.
he knows it's his
They're
demise
going to
too.
stay
So
stuck.
he's got to
What
take
we
his
call
money.
hell, they're going to stay stuck on this
the
earth.
plane, like you
while
said,
we're going to be
lift it up.
in the new earth.
Yeah, to lift it up. Yeah.
Well, this is the age of information.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't think that there's any other time on this planet that there's been as much free and available information. Unfortunately, you do have to do some work to find
Exactly.
the correct, but
everything
you
is
just
work.
got to question. That's the biggest thing is question things.
Think about everything we just covered tonight. You know, all the stuff that we cover. Everything we covered tonight. You can look it up for yourself. You can look at the movie. You can look at the videos. You can see the information. The receipts are out there. That's what we always say. And we played some of them tonight. You know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was
Yeah.
good.
Just got to get your head out of your phone and
Yeah.
start looking up and
Look it up. Yeah, look it up.
question some things. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never stop learning.
That's right.
Well, listen, I will definitely say please share the show.
Yep.
You know, check out Caps, man. They're located at 27th and Oslo. They've been supporting our show for 4.5 years.
Yep.
Make sure you guys check them out. Tell them that TGI now sent you. They give you 10%. But I'm going to raise that. Let's say 15%. If it's about effective 5%, John, I'll
All right. Yeah.
15%
Raise
off
it
for
up, raise
TGI
it
now.
up. All
He's
right.
on
But
his way
what I'm
over
saying
here
though,
right
check
now.
them out because they are an amazing
Plug
group
it
and
up.
they do support our community.
Yeah, absolutely. They
You
do.
know,
Yeah.
they're 100. I
And
mean,
they're big fans. They're big fans of Thundercat too.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. So they're
they
awesome.
love you down there.
Yeah. So there it is, man.
They do.
Hey,
So please share the show,
them.
man. God bless you.
All right, guys.
sure.
We
Thanks for
appreciate
having
you. Yeah, thanks for coming, Thundercat. We
Good time,
appreciate it. We'll have you again
Always
for
a good
sure.
time
Hell
with you
yeah,
guys.
man.
Yeah, so this was great. This was a
You
great
get a little buzz from the side. I don't smoke, but woo. I think this room a little dizzy.
If you don't have the contact high sitting in this chair, something is wrong.
We got a pastor on that chair. Oh man, I'm sure he's felt the buzz.
I may be heading to Cap's Pizza after this.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's your K420 experience. That's what happened. So,
Hey, God bless. Guys.
all right, guys, stay
Thanks.
human.
Love, peace, chicken grease, baby. We out.
We out. That was a